Hello and welcome. In this video I want to show you something a little bit different. If you notice here to my left there is a big gnarly basket. If I move out of the way here you'll see this all happened. These are 15-minute candles that we're looking at on this chart. So this move from there all the way up to there happened probably in the space of maybe an hour. Okay, so it was a fast move. All right. So before, I know I've already shown you this in previous videos, but for people who are watching this for the first time, I'm going to give you a quick tutorial on how to read my charts, because this is unusual, right? Usually you're used to seeing candles and trend lines and all this other nonsense that I hate because it all gets in my way, right? I have this channel, okay? And in fact, if I get myself out of the way, hang on. Okay, so let's go to the channel. This channel, if you follow my cursor, basically shows the highs and lows of the past hour at every candle. Okay? And so it's basically, it shows you where the price was and how it moved, okay? So you can see the price movement in it. You don't need to see candles. You don't need to see when something opened or when it closed. You can see, you have a pretty good idea of what the price is doing and what it has been doing. All right, so that's what I have. I have the Donchian channel there. Now I can turn the candles back on and whatnot, and it just, I don't use them, okay? So that's just me, right? I do algorithmic trading. I mean, I look at the candles sometimes if I'm looking at a daily chart and I'm trying to figure out what's going on with the market when my algo is not doing what it's supposed to, that sort of thing. But for the most part, the algo does everything, and I just need to kind of get an idea of what the price is doing. Okay, enough of that. All right? So now, let's get back to this. So over here, I have a blue arrow. Okay. I have red arrows, but let's focus on the blue arrows. The blue and red arrows basically means those are entry prices and times. Blue means buy and red means sell. Okay. So at this time, at this price, I placed a buy trade. Okay. So I had a buy, I had a position open. Okay. And each one of these arrows represents a time and a price that a trade was open. All right. All the way down through here. And as you can see, there's these lines basically connect the opening of the trade to the closing of the position, right? So open position here, close position here. And the line connects the open and the close. Okay, the line is red if the trade was a loser. The line is blue if the trade was a winner. These baskets always, unless I intervene, these baskets always close in profit. So the net result of this, when all of these trades close at the same time, these 3 wins earned me more than these 4 losses. So the net result of that is positive. So this was, anytime you see a round that closes like this, unless something drastic happens, it's always a winning round. Okay, so the arrows indicate the start or opening of a position. These little white arrows pointing the opposite way, like there and there and there, mark the closing of a position, right? And yet there's 7 of them at that price, that they all close at the same price. So you'll see, it'll look like 1, but there's actually 7 of those markers there, right? So now that the rest of the stuff on the chart you can ignore. Okay, these green lines, as you probably already know, mean that I have trades open right now, and I don't really want to get into that because I'm not messing with those right now, right? The algorithm, the software is handling all of that stuff for me. I don't touch the account or the charts. my software does all of the trading, all of the managing of the positions and everything. Okay. But what I want to show you is normally when you have a basket like this, so I place a trade, I call it wrong, and then I dollar cost average to try and get out. So the dollar cost averaging basically lowers my break-even price. And then, as you can see, like up here, I hit break-even and passed it, and then I closed a few pips later. So the net result of that is all of these positions closed as if they were all closed in profit by X number of pips. And I can get into that another time, but not right now. So then, what happens is, I place a trade, I call it wrong, and now this thing is stuck, sometimes for days or even weeks, until the price retraces and closes out the round. And a lot of good price movement could be happening during that time, okay, that I miss out on because I'm stuck waiting to get out of this round. But this particular bot that I'm running is doing things a little bit different. In fact, I have two bots running on this account. One of them only placing buy orders, and one of them is only placing sell orders. Okay? And so, in this case, the one that's placing buy orders places this buy. It gets stuck in this round for half a day. But if you notice here, I got sell signals too. So the sell side started placing trades and closing them in profit. Right? So there's one. I don't know where the close of that one is. There's another sell order right there, right? That closed with a few pips profit. There's another sell order that closed. There's one that down here. So while this thing was stuck, the sell side was actually capturing pips and making some money, which is really cool. Okay? And in fact, there was one time where it went and placed a sell at the bottom, right? And then it had to create a basket. So it placed a sell down here, called it wrong, the price retraced back up to here. So it placed another trade to dollar cost average. And then the price retraced down and closed that basket of 2 while this basket of 7 was still open. Okay? So this thing is beautiful. It's never stuck. It never gets stuck in both directions at the same time. Right? And it's never waiting necessarily for a basket to close before placing more trades. And it's turning out to be wonderful. And I'm going to release this to the public at some point in the near future. I'm hoping within maybe 2 to 3 months. Because so far I've been really amazed with the results. It's got very similar settings to the account that my Signal Service subscribers are following. And I will definitely offer this to them first before I offer it to everyone else. All right, so that was pretty much it. I just wanted to show you. So now instead of having one bot that is checking for buy or sell signals and then potentially gets stuck in a buy round or a sell round, I have two bots, one that's only looking for buys and one that's only looking for sells. And if the buy side gets stuck, chances are the price is moving in the sell side's favor, and it will be capturing pips while the buy side is stuck. If the sell side gets stuck, then the buy side will be capturing pips while the sell side waits to get out of that round. And so far, it's been working beautifully. All right, that's pretty much all I got. I'm getting a little redundant now, and the time is probably way more than what I planned on showing. But I did need to explain kind of how to read my charts before I could kind of get into all that stuff. Oh yeah, I got a new webcam set up, or not webcam, but my cam that I'm recording myself on is actually just a webcam, and I was using some software called XSplit VCam, which works really well at removing your background, kind of like Zoom and some of those things do. But whenever I used it with my video recording software, which I use called OBS, I'll have links for all of that stuff in the description. Whenever I use XSplit with OBS, the two really clashed. it would work fine until I did something like move my cursor. If I move my cursor, apparently that was all it took to push my CPU or whatever over the edge, so that there wasn't enough computing power to handle XSplit, OBS, and my cursor moving at the same time. And so the end result of that would be me being like, oh, blocky, talking. So you'd hear my voice, but you wouldn't see my mouth moving, and my head would be all jerky like that. And it was really annoying. So I finally said, okay, XSplit's got to go. I got a green screen now behind me. I'm standing in front of a green screen, and I have OBS filtering out the green background in real time, and it's working beautifully. Every now and again, you might see if I'm wearing something that has some green in it or green tint to it or something, you might see parts of my shirt disappear, stuff like that. But for the most part, it's working really beautifully. All right, that's all I've got. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.